Today at the National Assembly, ministers and officials were questioned about pending societal issues, including a recent massive rally by teachers. But what seemed to be still taking center stage was once more heated debate over the Fukushima wastewater release. Our National Assembly correspondent Kim Jung-sil reports.
The final day of the four-day Q&A with ministers and government officials yet again included questions regarding the Fukushima wastewater discharge.
Even in the case of the discharge of Fukushima wastewater, the government didn't say a word about it and basically went along with it, right?
After rigorously reviewing the previous government's policies, we thought the former administration's policies were correct, so we were just following in its footsteps.
A ruling People Power Party lawmaker asked a follow-up question.
Please explain in detail why the foreign ministry did not file a complaint with the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea despite former President Moon Jae-in's instructions.
What was reviewed at the time was first that it was difficult to secure sufficient scientific evidence to prove the harmfulness or risks of Japan's plan. Secondly, the majority of our experts believed that the wastewater discharge would not have a significant impact on our waters. And thirdly, other countries such as the US, the UK, and France assessed the risk of Japan's plan as low, so there was a burden in publicizing the issue on the multinational stage.
Meanwhile, questions related to pending issues regarding education and society were also brought up. Education Minister Lee Joo-ho was asked why he thought teachers took to the streets, referring to the recent nationwide protest rallies that stemmed from the death of a young teacher who took her own life in July.
It seems that teacher classroom authority has been continuously downgraded for about a decade. Student rights, meanwhile, were emphasized too much, and there were nonsensical amounts of child abuse reports, making teachers anxious with regard to discipline. Malicious complaints from parents also made teachers' lives miserable.
The education minister also apologized for the tragedy and vowed to make changes in the education sector. Regarding issues relating to South Korea's notoriously low birth rate, Health Minister Cho Kyu-hong said expanding flexible working hours for a work-life balance was one of the Yoon administration's 5 core policies to tackle the problem. He added that significant spending has been set aside in next year's budget for this. Kim Jung-sil, Arirang News.